Whoever you are, we welcome you. Wherever you come from, we welcome you. Whomever you love, we welcome you. Let's sing together, whoever you are. Whoever you are, we welcome you. Wherever you come from, we welcome you. Whomever you love, we welcome you. Let's sing it one time in sacred song circle fashion. Sing any harmony you want, all together. Here we go. Whoever you are, we welcome you. Wherever you come from, we welcome you. Whomever you love, we welcome you. One last time. Whoever you are, we welcome you. Wherever you come from, we welcome you. Whomever you love, we welcome you.
Good morning. I'm the Reverend Stephen Protzman, your minister, coming to you live from our church sanctuary. Thank you for joining us this morning as we gather virtually once again, a spiritual community that seeks to be diverse and inclusive as we inspire love, work for justice, and grow together in community. Whoever you are, wherever you come from this morning, we welcome you. May our time together be filled with joy, beauty, with belonging, with hope, and with the promise of who we can be together. We extend a special welcome to our visitors. Thank you for joining us this morning. Visitors, if you'd like to know more about our church and be known to us, please contact our administrator to be added to our e-news list or to be welcomed by our welcome team. I want to express gratitude to our team leading worship remotely, including those who won't be on camera. We have our music director, Hal Walker, our director of religious education, Colleen Thoele, our worship associate, Evian Rome. Kevin Breton is our technical host. Joe Kemmerly is our visual wizard. Jen May and Max Grubb are our virtual hosts. We are a people who care for one another and value the connections we have with each other and with this community. Let's go to our breakout rooms now for a few minutes to say hello and check in.
It was a rainy May afternoon last year when my dad brought home 2 boxes of honeybees to put in our beehives. I was really excited because I wanted to help my dad with the bees. Don and Jennifer Gray gave us the beehives and even more. They even gave us 2 bee suits, and when I saw the 2 bee suits, I was so happy because I could possibly help my dad with the bees. I helped make sugar water in the bee frames and checked on the bees with my dad every couple of days. When I saw the bees come out of the hives and were pollinating flowers, I was so happy because flowers were blooming because of them. Each flower I saw had bees all over them. 9 years ago, when I was 5, and when I came into foster care and began living with my mom and dad, I was afraid of every flying insect, including bees, wasps, and mosquitoes. I came running to my mom and dad screaming and hiding behind them. This continued for years. When I started this beekeeping, I slowly became less scared of bees and other flying insects. I still get startled because sometimes bees suddenly buzz in my ear. I am now not afraid to be near flowers, and I can take really close pictures of flowers and bees without screaming and running to my mom and dad. I also save bees from my dog eating them, and I save bees from drowning in buckets of water. I also take care of monarch caterpillars and release them as butterflies. This past month, I was taking care of a praying mantis egg sac. Then 2 weeks ago, they hatched and I was so excited and I jumped around the house squealing. I also helped sister not to be afraid of the bugs when she saw how excited I was. She came closer to the praying mantises, and I got her to hold them without running away. I released about 100 in my front yard and my backyard. I also kept some to observe. These experiences helped me to be happy in nature and not afraid of insects around me. Now that I'm not so afraid of bugs, I am excited and fascinated in bugs that I find around me. When I go outside on sunny days, I appreciate the flowers around me and go over them, get real close and smell them. When I learn about things that I am afraid of, I can feel happy and not so worried about things around me. I think about our seventh principle, the interdependent web of all existence of which we are a part of. And I'm glad there are bees, because without them, there wouldn't be any flowers and we wouldn't be having this flower communion today. So let's join the beauty all around us today as we worship together.
We join Unitarian Universalists across the country in lighting a chalice, a sign of life's beauty and wonder, a symbol of peace and hope, an invitation to continue our ongoing search for the light of truth within us and among us, and a reminder that we are all interconnected in the great web of existence, of which we are each a beloved part. As I light our shared chalice, I invite you to light your home chalice. Would you join me now in the words for lighting our chalice, which were adapted from Michael Boblet? Blessed be the flower that triumphs and lasts in wonder over the snows, over the centuries, restoring to the world beauty, vision, and joy. Blessed be this flame as it triumphs at last in wonder over hopelessness, over darkness, restoring to the world beauty, vision, and joy. Would you join now in singing our chalice lighting response hymn?
In colors bright and essence sweet, like flowers we bloom when we do meet. O source of life, our song we raise. The beauty fills our hearts with praise.
A simple church. Some churches have towers with bells that ring out the hours. Some churches have organs whose mighty sound spills out into the streets. Some have handsome doors, excuse me, of carved wood or colorful stained glass windows. But in 1923 in Prague, Czechoslovakia, there was a plain church. I'm so sorry. That had none of those things. The church had just 4 walls, a ceiling, and a floor. The church had a door, a few windows, and some wooden chairs. It didn't have a chalice or any decoration, but the church had something else. It had people. They came every Sunday, and they were the most important part of the church, because without people, a church is just a building. The minister of this church was Norbert Capek. He had been a minister for just 2 years. Reverend Chopin was born in Czechoslovakia into a Roman Catholic family, but at the age of 18, he became a Baptist and was then ordained as a minister. As he traveled, he became more liberal in his beliefs and so outspoken that he got into trouble with authorities. In 1914, he fled with his wife and 8 children to the United States and became a pastor of a Baptist church in New Jersey. His wife died soon after they arrived, and in 1917, he married a Czech woman named Maya. Reverend Chopin became increasingly liberal, and he resigned as a Baptist minister in 1919. It was then that he and his wife discovered Unitarianism. And in 1921, they joined the Unitarian Church of Orange, New Jersey. It was there that the couple grew their faith, and Maya and Norbert decided to bring Unitarianism back to Czechoslovakia. They returned to Prague in 1921, which brings us back to that simple church. Every Sunday, the congregation listened to Reverend Capek's sermon. As they listened, they sat quietly in those wooden chairs. Afterward, they talked to one another a little bit, but then they went home. That was all. No music, no candles, no food, no coffee. You see, people were still angry and sad about the war that had happened, and they didn't get along with each other. They didn't like people who were different from them. This worried Norbert, and he wondered how he could help them understand what it meant to live in peace with each other. He wrote some songs, and they sang them, but mostly the church went on just as it had before. And then he needed a new idea, something that would bring people close together. It had to be something that was not a part of other religious traditions. The Christian communion of bread and wine would not work, as many of the members of the congregation had left the Christian church. He needed something that they could call their own, something special. And I wonder, friends, what would you do in church to bring people closer together? Do you have any ideas? If you do, why don't you put them in the chat box for me? Oh, Jennifer visited the church in Prague. Share a big meal. I agree, Anne. Sharing a big meal brings people together in such a way. Food is always a good thing. I wish we could eat together too, Carolyn. Share a song, sing together. Lovely. Free chocolate for everyone. Yes, Brad, I agree. Well, oh, Benny. Benny says that he could play music. Hugs. Bring dolls and stuffed animals. Go camping together. Yes. Bring coffee, tea, play games, and talk. Yes. Katie says service work, serving the community, serving each other. Take a field trip. Have a Yule ball. Hike. Go hiking. These are great answers. Well, one of the special rituals that we do to bring us together as Unitarian Universalists is that we share our joys and concerns with each other. So let's take some time to do that now too. Please use the chat box to share your joys and concerns.
So the first joy I have to share this morning is Claudia Miller, who is recovering after surgery, has a message for us. She says, I am so grateful for all the kindnesses of everybody, the food, the cards, flowers, messages of love and support. It is just so good to be part of our community. Cheryl shares that she's getting more healthy every day. It takes time, but we're glad you're getting better too. Ike got a dog. Oh, cool, Ike. We send our congratulations to Hal Walker, graduating from KSU. We remember Ahmad Arbery and his family. We pray for justice for him. Becky shares her anger about that lynching in Georgia. Mike, Stephanie, Benny, and Katie remind us that it's Mother's Day. Yes. And is thinking of her friend Wendy and everyone who wants to be a mother but can't. Yes. We celebrate with Laura Davis, whose mother hit her 90th birthday this week. Wow. Happy day to your mother, Laura. Diane sends her thanks for another year to celebrate her mother, who was 91. Hattie Miller shares the joy of her 6th grandchild born yesterday. Luke William Miller. Jen and Luke are doing fine. Congratulations. That's wonderful. Marianne shares the joy of her son Evan graduating from KSU. We share your pride in him. We send our sympathy for the loss of your sister-in-law. Evian, concerned that it was cold yesterday. We even had snow. It was cold. Dave Brown says the 2 people in my extended family are out of the hospital, both not virus associated. May they heal quickly. And from the Rome family, there are nice presents to give to their mom. Oh, and Sophie Grubb gave some things for my room. Raylan's happy about that. Eric shares the concern. Jim is recovering from foot surgery on Friday. Everything went well, but he wants to get out too much. We remember little Richard, who died this week, and joyful memories of him. He was certainly a pioneer. Diane is sending love to her friend Judy, whose mother is going to pass soon. Judy's now quarantined since 8 people at the nursing home came down with the virus. She won't be there with her mom. We're holding you in our hearts. The Beals are thinking of 2 friends who died this week, Gary and Sheila. We send you our sympathy and care as you grieve and remember them. Patty says Dan is recuperating from double hernia surgery last Friday. We send wishes for his healing and full and quick recovery. Wendy shares gratitude for providing food, free food pickups, etc. Vivian, thinking of all the people who miss their moms. Benny, it's like, can't it be warm? It will soon, Benny. Hang in there. Evian shares the joy of getting to see some of her SRS friends in the drive-through market. Cool that that's happening. Jenny shares that her nephew and his wife are expecting their first child this week. We send wishes for a healthy and beautiful baby. Thank you, everyone, for sharing all these things with us. For these things and for those things we have in our hearts and minds, those people we care about, worry about, love. Let's take a few moments of silence now to honor them, to honor one another, and honor our connections with the spirit of life. And as Evian said, reminder that we are all interconnected, the interconnected web of existence of which we are part. Let's enter some silence.
In the spring of 1923, after a long, hard winter, Reverend Chopin went out for a walk. The rains had come and gone, and the birds were singing, the flowers bloomed everywhere he looked. He saw all of this beauty, and he had an idea. That Sunday, he asked all of the people of the church to bring a flower the next week, a budding branch, or even a twig. Each person should bring one, he said. Well, what kind, they asked. You choose, he said. What color, they asked. Each of you choose what you like and bring it with you next Sunday. The next Sunday was the first day of summer, and people came to church with flowers of all kinds. There were yellow daisies, purple roses, white lilies, blue asters, dark pansies, and long branches with pale green leaves, pink and purple, orange and gold, all of these colors and more. The flowers spilled over, and they filled all the vases that they could find. Years later, many members of the church still remember what Reverend Chopin said that Sunday. We are like these flowers, he said. Different colors, different ages, different sizes. We are so different in so many ways, but each of us is beautiful and important in our own way, like these flowers. Then Reverend Chopin asked them each to take a flower home, choosing a different flower, choosing a different flower from the one they brought. And they did. Reverend Chopin called this event the Flower Festival. The service was such a success that it became a yearly ritual. In 1940, Dr. Chopin's wife, Maya, brought the flower communion to the United States during a tour of this country. When World War II broke out, she could not return home. And sadly, Norbert Chopin was imprisoned by the Nazis for high treason and for listening to foreign broadcasts. He died in the German concentration camp of Dachau in 1942, a Unitarian martyr and a champion for faith and freedom. In spite of his treatment by the Nazis, Reverend Chopin never stopped believing in goodness. He never stopped believing in truth and beauty, and he ministered to his fellow prisoners until his death. Today, we celebrate Flower Communion to remember Reverend Chopin, but also to remind ourselves of the beauty of the world and the beauty of one another, each in our own way. Reverend Lynn Ungar says, "What a gathering, the purple tongues of iris licking out at spikes of lupine, the orange crepe skirts of poppies lifting over the buttercup and daisy. Who can be grim in the face of such abundance? There is nothing to compare, no need for beauty to compete. The voluptuousness of voluptuous rhododendron and the plain grass are equally filled with themselves, equally declare the miracles of color and form. This is what community looks like, this vibrant jostle, stem by stem, declaring the marvelous joining. This is the face of communion."
So during the first flower communion in 1923, Reverend Norbert Chopin blessed the flowers with these words: "All human beings are created in the name of joy and happiness, but thousands of troubles surround us, tormenting us with sadness. If a person cannot see beauty in the world around them, then troubles and sadness tie them down. The beauty of the clouds floating in the sky, the beauty of the spring rain, the beauty of flowers, the beauty of friendship and love. May people see that beauty. May true humanity spread out in human hearts. May we all get our daily bread. May people forgive each other their trespasses and not bring each other into temptation through hatred. May peace spread out all across the earth. Amen." These are the words of Elizabeth Strong, an invitation for you. Enter into this communion of flowers. Enter with joyful hearts. Enter with reverent thoughts. It has taken long months beneath cold ground for these flowers to prepare to bloom. It has taken each of us long times of growth through sorrow and joy to prepare for our living now. The blooming season is short. Flowers stay only a brief time. We are travelers on the earth, travelers through all too brief lifetimes. Therefore, let our moments be bountiful. Let us rejoice in our unique colors, aromas, and sounds. Let us celebrate together in love, that as we travel away, we take with us the memory of these golden hours together among the flowers. Our flower sharing this morning will be a video of you, our members and friends, with flowers. Let's enjoy all the beauty. Hold all that beauty in our hearts for a long time. Kristen Collins says, we give to remind ourselves how many gifts we have to offer. We give to remember that we are part of something bigger than ourselves. We give because we believe in music, in love, in beauty, in a sacred space where we can all belong. We give with the faith that together we have enough. This congregation, the UU Church of Kent, thrives because each of you believe in music, in love, beauty, and sacred space. In spite of the need for physical distancing right now, we are strong as a community and able to be together virtually for worship, for community, for shared ministry. This and all of our important work together is supported through your generosity. Thank you. Now we give and receive the offering as a sign of our shared commitment to the life and work of this congregation and beyond.
This is actually not the Garden Song by David Mallet. This is a song called Dandelion by Hal Walker. The seed is waiting underground, waiting for the warm spring sun to pull it up from beneath the ground, a beautiful flower to become. A dandelion, dandelion, growing into a new green world. A dandelion, dandelion, make us spin and make us twirl. I'm waking up, the sun is warm, I'm a prince of spring, and I am born. I swish and sway in praise of the morning. I look like a lion, but I do not roar. I'm a dandelion, dandelion, growing into a new green world. A dandelion, dandelion, make us spin and make us twirl. I'm gonna fill your heart and then take you home. I'll invite all my brothers and sisters to come. We'll turn the brightest yellow shade of day, and then we'll turn into white and blow away. We'll blow away. A seed is waiting underground, waiting for the warm spring sun to pull it up from beneath the ground, a beautiful flower to become. A dandelion, dandelion, growing into a new green world. A dandelion, dandelion, make us spin, make us twirl. Ooh.
Thank you, Hal. That was wonderful. Now, to bring our time to its close, would you join me in extinguishing the chalice? We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. May we carry these in our hearts and minds until we are together again. These are the words of John Denver. We believe it is here we must begin to seek the wisdom of children and the graceful way of flowers in the wind. For the children and the flowers are my siblings. Their laughter and their loveliness could clear a cloudy day. Like music of the mountains and the colors of the rainbow, they're a promise of the future and a blessing for today. And the song that I am singing is a prayer to unbelievers. Come and be with us. We can find better way. And now, blessed by this time together and the beauty we have shared, let us go forth in joy and in hope as we continue inspiring love, seeking justice, growing together in community. May it be so. Blessed be, and amen. Now let's join in singing our sending song.
You've got the light of love inside you. Go on your way in peace. So shine that light. This whole world now awaits you. Go on your way in peace. You've got the light of love inside you. Go on your way in peace. So shine that light. This whole world now awaits you. Go on your way in peace. You know we hold you. We hold you. Yes, we hold you.